In the midst of the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome scare, 150 schools nationwide have closed, while many have canceled scheduled events. The nation's 12th Center for Creative Economy and Innovation has opened in Yeosu, South Jeolla Province, to jumpstart innovative industries in the region. And a community remembers a Korean man who ran a liquor store in the U.S. state of Georgia who was shot and killed at his own place of business. Hello and welcome to News Today on KBS World. It's Wednesday, June 3rd. I'm Luke Clary. With the growing number of people being placed under quarantine over the fast-spreading Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, or MERS, schools are also on high alert. Some 150 kindergartens and schools nationwide have decided to close, while some schools are also canceling scheduled field trips and other events.
Class should be high underway, but the classroom is empty. Following the death of a patient of MERS at a nearby hospital, the school has shut down, urged by parents' demands.
전화를 많이 받고 어떻게 할 거냐, 불안감의 해소 차원에서 어떻든 조치를 해야 할 필요가 있어서 휴업 조치를 했다라고.
So far, 149 kindergartens and schools across the country have decided to suspend classes over the MERS scare. A majority of 143 schools are in Gyeonggi Province. Elementary schools account for the most at around 70, but kindergartens, middle and high schools, and even colleges are on the list. Schools with field trips scheduled are also troubled. With the infectious disease alert level raised a notch, education authorities are advising schools to refrain from group events. Meanwhile, Education Minister Hwang Woo-yeol plans to meet with education superintendents in Seoul, Gyeonggi, North and South Chungcheong provinces, where schools are closing, to hold emergency talks.
The nation's 12th Center for Creative Economy and Innovation has opened in Yeosu, South Jeolla Province. The center is dedicated to nurturing South Jeolla Province into a hub of the eco-friendly biochemical and agricultural venture industries.
Cockle shells discarded in coastal areas are processed, dried, and crushed to make ionized calcium powder. Thanks to its antibacterial property, the powder serves as a raw material for chemical products such as sterilizing detergents. Waste wood and rice straw are transformed by fermentation into biobutanol, which can replace gasoline. These are examples of the biochemical industry, which may replace the petrochemical industry, one of Korea's brick and mortar industries. The biochemical industry accounts for 10% of the chemical market, amounting to roughly $135 billion in value. But in 10 years, it's expected to grow to over $450 billion. The Center for Creative Economy and Innovation plans to focus on developing South Jeolla Province into a center of the biochemical industry. To that end, GS Caltex will build a biobutanol factory in Yeosu. Also, a cooperative ecosystem with some 120 small and mid-sized firms will be established to take advantage in the global market.
전남 창조경제혁신센터는 농수산업부터 바이오 화학에 이르기까지 생명산업의 미래를 개척하는 전초기지가 될 것입니다.
The center will also set up a $125 million fund to foster the biochemical industry and agricultural venture firms.
A Korean man who ran a liquor store in the U.S. state of Georgia has been shot and killed. Just before the fatal incident, he was believed to have had an argument with a customer over unpaid bills.
A gunman barges into a liquor store in the U.S. state of Georgia. He immediately begins firing at the counter. He also shoots at a customer trying to flee. The store owner, a Korean surnamed Cha, and the customer were both killed after being shot. Cha, a South Korean national and the U.S. residency holder, has been running the liquor store in the city of Conyers in Rockdale County, Georgia. The culprit is a 36-year-old man named Jeffrey Scott Pitts. Store clerks told police that Pitts quarreled with Cha over unpaid bills, and just hours later he came back to the store with a gun. After the shooting spree at the store, Pitts went home and also shot his parents. He opened fire at officers who arrived at the scene, after which he was gunned down by the police. An official at the Korean Consulate General in Atlanta said that locals are mourning Cha's death, placing flowers outside his store.
Police have apprehended a 40-something man who committed burglary in various parts of the nation wearing a mask. He robbed 110 places over the past 4 years, each time wearing a mask resembling a bear that he fashioned himself.
A man wearing a mask on his face lingers around the building. The mask is shaped like the head of a bear. After checking that no one is around, the man takes out a tool hidden in his sock, breaks the door of the store open, and enters the facility. The burglar who broke the store's safe and stole money and valuables is a 48-year-old man surnamed Kim. He wore a bear-shaped mask each time he committed a crime, earning him the nickname King of Masked Burglary. He managed to evade police for 4 years by using his elaborate disguising technique.
아무래도 함부로 사용이 빼야지. 아무래도 안 가질 것 같지 않은 생각을 한 것 같습니다.
The culprit was finally apprehended when his face was captured by a surveillance camera after he committed a crime and briefly took off his mask. The man turned out to be a resident of Daejeon. He used public transportation to travel nationwide in order to commit the burglaries. So far, he has robbed 110 large bookstores and stationery shops, stealing around $135,000. Police have arrested Kim on the charge of habitual burglary and are investigating him to determine whether he committed more crimes.
Closed-circuit television or CCTV security cameras can be seen installed just about anywhere, and they provide clues to tracking down suspects. But low video quality will render the evidence pretty much useless. So Korean researchers have developed a new concept CCTV that can clearly capture faces even at a distance of 60 meters.
This is security camera footage of a murder that took place in Incheon City last December. The suspect is seen dragging a suitcase, but it's difficult to identify the person due to low-quality video. Korean researchers have developed a high-tech closed-circuit television camera that has drastically improved on this aspect. The latest CCTV is equipped with thermal infrared and mobile tracking. It detects body heat to trace people and photograph their faces. It's markedly different from the existing high-definition cameras, whose facial images are blurry even from 10 meters away. Also, due to its wide photographic angle, the camera can identify facial information of multiple people at the same time. Once commercialized, the cutting-edge security camera is expected to play a pivotal role in preventing crime and solving cases.
Many people drink fermented milk products on an everyday basis to keep fit, but several of these products have been found to contain as much sugar as a glass of cola, raising concerns about excessive sugar consumption.
Fermented milk is known to contain more milk and probiotics than regular yogurt. It's especially popular among women and children because of its sweet taste and digestive health benefits.
장 건강에 좋다고 들었으니까 건강해지라고 사탕 그런 거보다도 이런 건 좀 안심하고 먹이는 편이에요.
The Korea Consumer Agency has found recently that a 150 milliliter bottle of fermented milk available in stores contains 14.5 grams of sugar on average. That's 30% of the daily intake of sugar recommended by the World Health Organization. 4 of the surveyed products were found to contain on average 20.1 grams of sugar, which is 40% of the recommended daily intake. In other words, drinking a bottle of fermented milk is tantamount to drinking a glass of cola in terms of sugar consumption. 3 of the surveyed products were found to contain more cholesterol, calories, and fat than their labeling indicated. The Korea Consumer Agency is urging consumers to choose fermented milk products that contain as little sugar as possible and has advised the manufacturers to reduce the use of sugar in their products.
Mackerel, one of the most affordable fish in Korea, has seen a price increase recently. Last month, one mackerel fetched nearly $10. We find out why the price of mackerel has suddenly jumped.
Fresh mackerel sold in supermarket chains have long been the main source of lean protein for Koreans. But now the price has gone up so much that shoppers can't seem to buy them in bulk like they used to.
구워도 먹고 찌개용도 해 먹고 그래 먹어서 두루두루 잘 먹었는데 요즘은 부담스러워요.
As of last April, 600 grams of mackerel retailed for almost $9 in supermarkets. That's almost double the price from a year ago. That's because the catch of mackerel sold to consumers for grilling or stewing has fallen to just 10% of previous year's hauls. Overfishing by Chinese fishermen and higher water temperatures in coastal waters have been blamed for the reduced catch. But the bigger reason is that the mackerel hauls normally fluctuate every 2 or 3 years, which is typical for migratory fish. Frozen mackerel in reserve have been released to the market, but they're not as affordable as before either. It appears that Korean consumers won't be able to put mackerel on their dinner tables as often as they used to for a while.
Big Bang is dominating the music industry ever since they returned last month. Their comeback song swept all major music charts throughout the month of May, and now their newest release is topping the list. Here's today's showbiz news.
Big Bang's latest song, Bang Bang Bang, released on Monday, has topped major music sites. The 5-member group is carrying out a project that involves releasing a new song on the first of every month from May until August. We Like to Party, another new Big Bang song which was released together with Bang Bang Bang, is taking second place in various music charts. French film Dipan, the winner of this year's Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival, will be released in Korea later this year. Dipan is the latest work by French director Jacques Audiard, who has long been lauded at Cannes for earlier films such as A Prophet and Rust and Bone. Dipan is about the life of a man and a woman from Sri Lanka who pretend to be a family in order to seek asylum in France. The main characters were played by real Sri Lankan actors. Namju of girl group A-Pink and Yuk Sung-jae of 7-member boy band B2B have released a duet song titled Photograph. The lyrics about building their love by filling up an album with memories blend seamlessly with the mellow tune of an acoustic guitar.
Housewives are always on the lookout for ways to cut down on living costs. They might try their hand at cutting their own kids' hair or even make their own toys. And more homemakers even take classes to master these techniques. Let's take a look.
No vacant seats are to be found at this class.
자, 오늘 준비한 과자 상자 한번 들어보세요. 과자 상자.
Before beginning the class, the instructor checks if all the students have what they need today. They have to have paper boxes and wooden sticks. So what do they hope to learn today? Well, this is a class on how to make toys with recycled materials. Empty bottles of yogurt and bottle caps can make cute toy robots. Children's favorite toys can be made with simple materials. More and more housewives are enrolling in beauty classes. They learn every technique they need, from cutting hair to perming and dyeing.
오래 다니니까 이제 남성 컷도 자신이 생겼고요. 이따가 집에 가서 아들 머리 잘라줄 거예요.
Lee Hee-ja appears confident about her skills. She makes a new attempt. Both the mother and son look nervous throughout the cut. Is her son satisfied with the result?
엄마가 요즘 스타일대로 시원하게 잘라주셔서 마음에 들어요.
A group of homemakers gather here for a special class where they can learn how to make decorative interior items.
우산 시민 누구나 5명 이상 모여 신청하시면 강사가 직접 찾아가서 무료로 가르쳐주는 배달 강좌 수업입니다.
Anyone can sign up for and take home fashion classes at lifelong learning centers in their communities. This seasoned homemaker is all thumbs at a sewing machine.
첫 작품입니다.
After a month, though, students can make aprons and clothes in simple designs. Those in advanced levels can make shirts or even coats.
만들어 보니까 뿌듯하고 저희 방에 살림이 하나씩 늘려가는 그런 기쁨이 생기는 것 같아서요. 예, 너무 좋아요.
These classes are useful for homemakers on two fronts. Students can learn something new and save money at the same time. More housewives are joining in on the do-it-yourself trend to help their family economy.
And now let's take a look at the markets, followed by the world weather. And that's it for this edition of News Today. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you again at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.